What is going on, everybody? I am Rob Westerman of GBP Daily, and welcome to Rob's Table Talk. A lot went down today, so let's dive right in. As all of you know by now, today is the day we must have our squad narrowed down to 53 players. So this is not the final 53-man roster. It's never final. Roster changes during the year constantly, which is why they call it the initial 53-man roster. May or not be the same right now as it is tomorrow, since guys from other teams are getting cut that the Packers might be looking into. Some notable names that got released today that I know many of you had chimed in about over the last week or so. First off, we got Tyler Goodson, undrafted free agent running back out of Iowa. Many of you in the comments or replies of my posts today were not happy about this move, but I think it's the right one, unfortunately. He showed some flashes this preseason. He was shifty, he was fast, but at the end of the day, he wasn't good on special teams. He was not good at pass blocking. Patrick Taylor was also released. So, as I predicted, along with many others, the Packers are just keeping two running backs on the roster. They will call up who is ever on the practice squad, whether that be Patrick Taylor, whether it be Tyler Goodson on game day, so that they do, in fact, field three running backs for the game. Regardless, from both of those guys, I think when Colin Hill comes back after week 4, that third running back spot will be his without a doubt. Um, Another one that may have surprised some people, wide receiver Juwan Winfrey. Excuse me. I know Rodgers went out of his way to praise Winfrey and his play during training camp and preseason, but at the end of the day, I think going with Samori Toure was the smart choice, thinking more about the future with a young guy. They just drafted him um, over a guy who's really only been able to produce in training camp during his career with the Packers so far. That is Juwan Winfrey. So the Packers receiver room looks like this. Let me know. Let me know how you're feeling about this heading into the season here. Al Lazard, Randall Cobb, Sammy Watkins, Christian Watson, Romeo Dobbs, Amari Rodgers, Samori Toure. Let me know where you're ranking that receiver group across the league. Last one here, second to last one, quarterback Danny Etling was also released. Who some of you, I'm not sure why anyone would think this, but some of you guys, maybe not in the chat, but I've seen it, thought he should have been our quarterback 2 over Jordan Love. Etling has been on 9 different teams during his 5-year career, and I believe he's only been active on the roster for like 2 weeks out of those 5 years, I believe. I get you want to see more out of Love, and that's fine, but there was no way in any shape or form that Etling was going to even remotely close to taking over that quarterback 2 job. So if he clears waivers, which I expect he will, he'll probably be back on the practice squad. So keep an eye out for that. Last important nugget here before I hop into the chat. Kicker Ramiz Ahmed was released. Kind of clears the air for Mason Crosby and his rehab questions. So he will be ready to go for week 1, which is great news. Where's Cam at? I hope he's in the chat. He's been talking me up all week about Mason Crosby and being worried. I tried to tell him not to worry. Thankfully, he's ready to roll for week 1 against the Vikings. All right, I know I was chatting too much. I'm sorry, but this is what I'm here for. So let's see what's happening in the chat. I'm here to talk with you guys about Packers every single day, Monday through Friday. I'm usually on in the mornings, but there was so much going on today. I wanted to wait till after the action happened and see what you guys thought of everything. So Kevin, Rashawn Gary looks like he's ready to take someone's head off. Yes, sir. He is a for sure defensive player of the year candidate. Probably in that top 8 to top 5 players that could win that award. And not only that, he's become a better leader. He's more vocal. He is just a beast. So Scary Gary season is coming up. Flexing over on Instagram. Thoughts on Winfrey? Yeah, just kind of spit him out right there. He's really only produced in the preseason training camp. Not that he's got a ton of opportunities in the regular season, but I think they made the right move there. Keeping 7 receivers, going with Samori Toure, the draft pick, the young guy. and he's been doing pretty good in the preseason. So I think not only did the Packers think of the youth, the draft capital, which is only 7th round, but I think he earned his spot with his play. So shout out to Samore. I'm gonna miss Winfrey. Yeah, me too. Who knows what happens with him, honestly. Winfrey is a training camp player, never translates to field play. Well, if that is true, Bosbaum, then Romeo Dobbs. I don't know. I hope it's not true for Romeo's sake because he is a training camp player. That's all he's been able to do thus far, being a rookie. So hopefully he can translate that to the regular season. Aaron, what is happening, my guy? Thanks for hopping on. Dave, Ford versus Heflin. Yeah, that's I was bummed to see Jack Heflin not make the squad. I think he did all he could, but at the end of the day, the Packers thought they could go a different direction. So Packers cornerback depth is concerning. Not gonna lie, only 5 cornerbacks. Big Al, thank you for the comment and hopping on and joining me on a late edition of Rob's Table Talk. 9:21 right now where I'm at. So thank you. Cornerback depth, yeah. I saw Zach Cruz tweet it today. We have 22 starters who are very, very good, but the depth on our team overall it's not the best. So if we can get one of those seasons where we don't have many injuries, then look out. Sammy, what is happening? Thank you for hopping on. I appreciate it. Nathan, what's up? Boom. Let's go. Let's go, Nathan. Thanks for hopping on, buddy. I appreciate it. Caden, week 1 predictions. Pack versus the Vikings. That's a great question. Great comment. I love talking predictions because 1, it's just fun. 2, I'm never usually right. Last year, I predicted the Packers to beat the Saints week 1 like 35-17. We know what happened. So, yeah, you can clown me all you want on that one. I'm going to go with it's going to be a tough game. And a lot boils down to David Bakhtiari, Elton Jenkins. Are those guys going to be out there? Because if so, that changes things a lot. You're going up against Zadarius. You're going up against Daniil Hunter. Unfortunately, as much as it pains me to say, I think Zadarius is going to have a good year. I think he's got, I was listening to Aaron Nagler's Cheesehead TV little chat this afternoon, and he echoed this too. He's got a lot left in the tank, and I think he's going to be doing good over there. Overall, though, come on. I'm not picking these guys to lose week 1. I think my biased homer self last week picked the Packers to win every single game because when you're a top 5 team, you legit have a pretty good chance to win, each week. And obviously, you're not going to win all the games. But myself, I'm looking at Packer stuff all week. I'm an optimist. And I just get this thing rolling in my head where it's like, you know what? Like, we could beat these guys. And then it turns into we will beat these guys. And then it turns into, for sure, we're going to win. Like, no doubt. Packers 24, Vikings 17. I think defense is going to hold them down. I think it'll be like 24-10 late. They score a touchdown to get them within 7. Try an onside kick. We recover. Game over. We're 1-0. They're 0-1. We've already beat them at their place. But hey, I was wrong last year. So you never know. You never know. Big Al, again. Week 1, Sammy Watkins will go off 158 yards and 2 touchdowns because he's good in week 1. I love it, Big Al. I love it. We're right here. I love it. Wig Jin. Then it turns into we should have beat those guys. Yes, that is exactly right. Almost every playoff matchup that we lose, we should have won. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, though. It's one of those deals. One of those deals. Brett, what are your thoughts on Toure over Winfrey? I echoed it earlier on in the show. I'll give you a little summary here. Toure, young, he got drafted. He did really well in the preseason. Winfrey, been with the team for a little while, 2 seasons now, if I remember correctly. He's produced in the preseason. Last year he was hurt in the preseason. Otherwise, he might have cracked the squad. This year he did solid. He did pretty good. But at the end of the day, I think they made the right call with that decision. Caden, another guy right here with me. Lazard, top 10 in receiving yards this season. I love it. Anytime Allen's got an opportunity, he's taking advantage of it. That's for sure. I always reference this 2 years ago when Devonte was hurt. We were playing against the Saints at New Orleans. And, yeah, he went off. 6 catches, 140-some yards, a touchdown or 2, if I remember correctly, maybe just 1. But, yeah, he went off going against gosh, what the heck is his name? The cornerback for the Saints. Yeah, anyways, he burned him. That's it. Derek, I know it's painful. Goodson got cut. Why? I referenced it earlier as well. I always thought the Packers were going to keep 2 running backs on their roster. So with the practice squad ability, they got to call up, or they can call up guys as many as 3 times. So ultimately, I think when Colin Hill gets back after week 4, it's Colin's job. He's better than Goodson. He's better than Patrick Taylor. We saw the flashes last year before his unfortunate knee injury. Sorry for the mix-up there. All right, you guys good? Let's see here. Okay. All right. Sorry for the mix-up. My dad called me. What is he thinking? Come on, I'm talking Packers right now. Let's go. Come on. No, he told me he'd call me later, and he did. He's staying true to his word like he always does. Dad, I will call you back when I am finished talking with my peeps. Anyways, Derek, Goodson got cut. Why? Unfortunately, he just wasn't very good at special teams. He wasn't a good pass blocker, which most rookie running backs are not. You're going against big dudes in the NFL, fast, and they're just not acclimated to that. So hopefully he clears waivers, gets back to the practice squad, and, yeah, we'll probably call him up once or twice, him or Patrick Taylor, before Colin Hill ultimately gets back and takes over that running back 3 spot. Brett, Tyler Goodson did all he could to make the roster. Yeah, except for that fumble on the kickoff return. That hurts. So a team that's already struggling with special teams things going on, you can't fumble the ball on kickoff return. It is what it is. That's a major mistake. And unfortunately, that's, it only takes a couple plays in the NFL to make or break the squad. So I don't think he'll get claimed. If anybody gets claimed, it's probably Caleb Jones, the big dude at tackle. Out of Nebraska, I believe, undrafted free agent, like 6'8", 330. Just a massive dude. However, I do think Tyler Goodson, when he gets called up and if he gets playing time, I think he'll do well. I think coach will put him in a good spot to do well. So, Jonathan over on Instagram, Pack24 Vikings 14. I love it. Another guy I'm right there with. Cam, my guy, you're back. You're in. You were right. Crosby is back, baby. Hey, what did I tell you? Everybody probably already knew or assumed he'd probably be back. So not that I was doing some crazy bold take, but hey, you still can worry if you'd like. Last year was a rough year, but I'm telling you, he's gonna be starting the year off good. Hopefully, the special teams unit, the field goal unit as a whole, as far as blocking, snapping with Coco, and then Pat holding it down at punter for holding. I think he's gonna do just fine. Cam, if you missed the beginning of the chat, I shouted you out when I was talking about the Crosby stuff. So be sure to go back and watch that. Thanks again for joining me, Cam. I appreciate it. One of the OGs of the chat, along with many of you guys here. It's early for Rob's Table Talk. We're in week 4 or 5, I believe, and something that's going to be ongoing for a long time. I'm going to be doing it every day, Monday through Friday, during the season. During the off season, though, I probably only will keep it, once a week. That's just kind of, I don't want to overdo it. I don't want to bore you guys with non-Packers talk because you probably don't care what I have to say. And I don't really care about a whole lot of things outside of the Packers, my family, working out. That's the only things I like to do. So, Flexin, which receiver do you think makes the biggest impact? I think Sammy could make a big impact if healthy. I completely agree. The last part of your comment is the most important part. Um, it's been a while since he's been able to go a full season without injuries. I think he's been hurt every year of his career, besides his rookie year, which he's played in the league for now 9 years, I believe. So if he can stay healthy all year long, I think he can make a huge impact. So Flexen, thank you again for the comment. I'm looking at a few cameras here, so if you catch me looking, that's what I'm doing here. We got Instagram rolling, we got Facebook, YouTube, Instagram rolling over here. So just a little explanation for you all wondering why I'm going back and forth. Steve, Packer fans remind me of Saskatchewan Rough Rider fans. Awesome. Heck yeah, Steve. Packer fans are awesome. We're the best fans in the world. Hell tells, hi, I'm from Brazil. Well, hello. Thank you for joining the chat. I appreciate it. Peter, what is happening? Thank you for joining. Cam, calling a pick six on our first drive on defense. Going to quiet that crowd early. And yeah, that's the biggest thing too, is getting through that first wave. US Bank is going to be rocking. Last year, that crowd was intense. Third downs are going to be just nuts. If we could get a pick six on our first drive on defense, that would be huge. So it's gonna be interesting to watch with that O-line group out there having to go silent count maybe throughout the game, especially on third down. The tackles are going to be looking in at the ball, and then they're going to have to look back and get back and block Daniil Hunter. That's a tough task. If Elton's out there, if David's out there, I'm not worried one bit. But as I heard, I was listening to Andy Herman's podcast this morning on Pack-A-Day on YouTube. Or was it Peter Bukowski? I don't know. I listened to 2-3 things a day. They were talking about, hey, Elton Jenkins tore his ACL last year against the Vikings. He's made a super quick recovery. To throw him back out there on the Minnesota turf, the place where he tore it last year, might be pushing it a little. And with him missing practice earlier this week for reasons that are unknown, I am not too confident about Elton or David being out there in just a little over 8-9 days. So that is going to be something to watch because, if we don't have those guys, it is going to be tough. My brother Tyler, what has happened, my brother? Thanks for hopping on. My actual brother, by the way. So thanks, buddy. Caden, you going to any games this year? I'm for sure going to the Patriots game, October 2nd, one day after my birthday. But I don't know if I'm going to go to any others besides maybe playoff game. I was up in Green Bay for the Saints preseason game. I was up in Green Bay for training camp a couple weeks before. I was up in Green Bay in June just a few months ago. So I don't know. I love watching games at home with the fam. I got a 1-year-old, so that makes doing game day trips a little more difficult. So I'll probably be up to a few though, probably 2. But like I said, I love watching them at home. I love chatting with you guys before and or after. And yeah. How about you, Caden? You going to any games? Let me know. Nick over on Instagram. What is up? Predictions for Sammy. I'm gonna do it like this. If he stays healthy all year, 65 catches, 900 yards, 5 touchdowns. I think that's fair. So that's where I'm at with Sammy. I'm hoping he stays healthy. So, Nathan, what is happening? Thanks again for the comment. You think we will run the ball more this season? I hope so. We got the best, if not one of the best, running back duos in the league. So, use them. I know Aaron Jones will be using the pass game a lot, along with A.J. Dillon. Rodgers and Coach talked about it a couple weeks ago. 50 plus, targets for those guys is realistic, or 50 plus catches. Aaron Jones had more than 50 last year. A.J. Dillon, I believe, had 34. So without Devonte, A.J. only needs 16 more. I think that's easily doable. So, all right, what do we got? Scott, Kenneth Noble. Maybe this is over on Facebook, by the way. Maybe our GM has eyes on a running back that is getting cut somewhere, question mark. Maybe. I don't know. You could be right, could be wrong. I could be right, I could be wrong. I think they're pretty comfortable with Tyler Goodson and or Patrick Taylor if they get at least one of those guys back on the team until Colin Hill comes back week 4. So ultimately, when Colin Hill comes back, that is his job. So Dylan, again, I love you. I love you too, buddy. Thanks for hopping on. I appreciate it. Big Al over on a different stream. Let's go. I'm just hoping Christian Watson will be wide receiver 1 near the end of the year. Yeah, that's a bold statement there. I don't think this offense will have a true wide receiver 1, but he could be getting a lot of touches, a lot of touchdowns, a lot of noise. So I think him and Romeo have a chance to do some good things as a rookie this season. Steve, I have both Jones and Dillon on the team, and we'll be playing them both. Go Packers. Talking about fantasy, I assume. Smart deal. Personally, I go Aaron Jones. He's going to get catches. He's going to get runs. He's going to get touchdowns. A.J. Dillon's going to be featured in the run game and the pass game, probably more the run game. But playing them both at the same time, you're putting yourself at a little bit of danger there. Because if Rod says, you know what, I'm going to pass today, and he's going to the receivers, he's going to Lazard, he's going to Tunyon, you could be in trouble. So look out. Speedy over on Instagram. What is up? A-Rod 3-peat question mark? I don't know. I said it a couple days ago. I think it's kind of that LeBron effect now. He's won it 2 years in a row. He's won it 4 times over the course of his career. Even if he is neck and neck and or, maybe a little bit better than somebody else, say Patrick Mahomes, say Kyler Murray, Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert, Josh Allen, some of those younger guys, I think they'll probably, and by they, I mean the voters, Hub Arkush, who is a loser, they'll probably lean against those younger guys, which is unfortunate, but it just is what it is. Dylan, what has happened, my guy? Thank you. King AJ, at your spot. Been waiting all chat to see your name pop up. It's going to be real disappointed, but you are here. Tyler Davis made more mistakes than Goodson, says Robert. Yeah, he definitely did. Yeah, he made more mistakes. I just think with the questions of Tunyon, will he be ready? Will he be not be ready? For whatever reason, they decided to keep him. I'm sure it was the right move. I don't know anything more than you guys do, but yeah, he definitely made more mistakes than Goodson. Hello from Brazil, my dude. Another Brazilian here. Mariano, let's go. Thank you for hopping on. I appreciate it. Nathan, let's go. Let's go. Come on now. A little late night chat with you guys. Usually in the morning, like I said. But so much things going on today. I wanted to say what's up. Get your thoughts on what was going on as far as roster cut day. And I'm loving it. King AJ, biggest surprise cut today. I don't think there were many surprise cuts. I know some guys like Goodson, Juwan Winfrey, Patrick Taylor, Caleb Jones, Jack Heflin, guys like that who had a good shot at making the squad, who did get cut, could be a surprise. But I'm pretty comfortable with where the 53 is at now. It's the initial 53, so some guys that made it today might be cut tomorrow because the Packers might find somebody they like that was cut from another team and replace those guys with. So overall, King AJ, no surprise cuts for me today. My guy from Cam, hey, at the end of the day, we got to trust this team. There's a reason they have been a contender for so long. Cam, I love that. They win. That's what they do. If they could capitalize it in the playoffs, then I love it. Jake and Dylan, love you boys. You don't need to argue in the chat. There's enough Rob's table talk to go around for all you guys. Trust me. Mariano, what do you think Aaron Rodgers' year will be without Devonte Adams? I think he'll spread the ball around a lot more. Settle down in the offense, do his thing. I don't think there's going to be much, stat-wise difference. The dispersing of targets, for sure, there won't be a guy that's going to have 100 catches, 1,300 yards at least. I don't think so. But, he'll be spreading the ball around. Probably be in that MVP conversation. He might take a backseat to a couple of younger guys who are just having great years. But he will be just fine. My brother Tyler, maybe some tickets for me and you. Yes, sir. Are you talking about tickets to the gun show? Yeah. Hey, want to go to a game? Let me know, brother. Always down. Always down. Thank you for the comment to my actual brother. What else we got? Lawrence, I'm doing great, my guy. Thank you for hopping on. I appreciate it. Go Pack Go from Cuba. Fail. Thank you for hopping on. All the way from Cuba. That's a great spot to end it. I'm calling it a day. Calling it a night, as I should say, for Rob's Table Talk. Another great chat in the books. I'll be going live, like I said earlier, every single day, Monday through Friday, just to talk it up with you guys. So if it's something you enjoy doing as well, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. I greatly appreciate it. Follow me on Twitter, whether it's my personal at Rob Westerman 3 or at GBP Daily. Shoot me a message or tweet. I'm always down to talk Packers anytime, any day. Thanks again for joining, and I will catch you guys later. Thank you.